Malcolm X's wife was pregnant with twins when he was assassinated. She was one of the twins. She's a whack. Yeah. I mean, a whack.
Yeah. Where I grew up.
How you doing, man? I'm Mal.
Your office is
Mike's brother water.
Oh, yeah. 10 doors down. That's where my office is.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, there's 6 of them, but this one looks like she's like a loose can.
That was it?
It got to the point where I said, Mally, this isn't gonna work. I said, you're gonna have to go back.
I went to school back to Yeah.
I said, if you're interested in the land, I said, I'll give you a lawyer's name. You can call him, you can talk.
Yeah. So funny.
No,
It'll go.
That's yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get $925,000.
Actually, I was working with the tin knock.
When I get something that's fair,
It is, yeah. So funny.
What severity you rate?
over 7.
Slightly over?
Huh?
Slightly over?
Over 7, I could talk to my brother and sister because the 3 of us have to decide.
Welcome to
Keep it in mind, right?
this month's meeting, a little bit of a roundtable discussion. Mike and I put these meetings together with Bob and Ryan to get everybody in the market thinking about real estate. Bring together the minds that are doing it, want to do it, whatever. RECN, Real Estate Community Network, is our social network that we're starting. It's a Facebook clone. It's free. Everything is free. The whole point is that between meetings, and this goes for the other group as well, if they want to jump on this. Between meetings, everyone gets a profile and a forum. Our group has a forum. The state has a forum.
I was on, and then I tried to sign in the other day, and I wasn't a member anymore. Did you reboot, reset things? Because I re-signed up, and I saw you and Mike on there, and that was
okay. And that was because we did have the developer back doing some stuff. So
okay.
He goofed like 3 weeks ago though. He did goof 3 weeks ago and nobody deleted everybody.
Okay, then that's
You weren't the guy putting up Nike stuff, right?
What's that?
There was a guy putting up Nike stuff, so I deleted him.
No, that wasn't me.
Nike's one thing, naked. No, we don't want naked. So basically, sign up. It has we have a group for this group, RECN NEPA Investors Network, the same group we used to be. Everything Facebook has, we're actually live streaming these meetings as well. Groups, ads, whatever. It's truly an empty site right now, but we have forums set up for this group. We have forums set up for the other group. We have forums set up for Pennsylvania. The idea is that a social network is only as good as who you can reach with it. You ask questions in your pocket, ask a question about Pennsylvania, and then with the answer, not so helpful. So these meetings, this website are all about bringing people together, bringing our local investor groups together. Why don't we, I guess, start off by just going around the table and introducing ourselves, but just say talk up a little bit because the mic's way over there. For you guys in the back.
Alan Klein, local investor, realtor with RPA Real Estate, just about 10 doors down.
Oh, geez, okay,
For
cool.
about 5 or 6 years now. Robert,
I'm Robert Altmeyer, owner of RPA Real Estate, investor.
Chris Smith, I'm Olive from Pennsylvania. I'm a heavy equipment operator with the local union, 542. In my off time when I'm not working, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Been doing that for 17 years. New guy getting into the wholesaling. I just recently found out that as a tenant, I just paid off, actually doubly paid off my landlord's multiplex. He paid $66,000 for it. I just totaled my cost stuff. I paid him $77,000. So times have switched. I want to get into the game.
Landlords, thank good heavens. Thank you for paying for my kids' retirement.
Watch out, he knows. What do you know?
Yeah.
What do you messing with the wrong guy?
My name is Kevin Lloyd. I'm the owner of Sandstar Investments and a partnership real estate investment company. We do everything related to real estate investment, whether it be land, residential, or commercial properties. If you know somebody, you can refer them to us. let's get together and make deals happen.
I'm running a full scale local investor. I have a rental down in Tucson, always looking to get more. I buy houses in EPA, it's a wholesaling website, and always looking to do deals and just continually learning.
Bob Derwin, investor in the greater Mountaintop area on single family. I have a commercial building and a bunch of land I've currently got for sale.
Mike Bazzadona, real estate investor, rentals, flips, wholesaling. Co-founder with Steve on the RECN and reipost.com. So that's it. That's my son. I'll talk for him. He's a newbie. So I'm just making him come out. He's trying to learn.
He's here to eat. Who's he kidding?
Yeah. And that's also my brother-in-law too. He's a newbie, Melvin. Trying to teach him.
Melvin, are you eating too?
Just trying to get him in the wholesale and start off first with no money pretty much and
Chris.
start some flips and stuff.
Bob Derwin. Nice to meet you, man.
Oh, TJ, go ahead, TJ.
TJ at the meetings, Stroudsburg.
You don't know Chris?
Stroudsburg.
I'm a rookie myself,
You know,
first meeting,
that's my brother.
just learning, meet everybody, and
Mechanic.
Yeah, he's my
go from there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You wanna name it?
Oh, Chris.
Fill us in, man. How are you? What do you do?
Local wholesaler, been doing it about a year, still learning every day.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's a meat
I'm Steve Franco, real estate investor.
They haven't done much. He's been working with
Doing a whole
someone
bunch
at
of stuff, also part of Ryan on Hunt for Homes. We'll bring them to this meeting.
Is someone trying to get?
Basically, tonight's meeting, is kind of an open discussion. Right, you wanna kind of, fill it in?
No. I mean, our speaker canceled last minute. So anyone has ideas of who they'd like to see speak here, or some topics we'd like to know.
Oh, before we do that though, let me just there's one guy on Zoom talk. John, you want to introduce yourself?
He's on mute.
John, you gotta unmute yourself, buddy.
What's his name?
John, your microphone is muted. We can't hear you.
There it
There we
is.
go.
Introduce yourself.
Wrong button. Sorry about that. Don Herb, my wife Jan, and I are real estate investors and energy consultants.
Cool.
It's-
Yeah, so for those who didn't hear, because the internet broke up, Don's a real estate investor. He's also an energy consultant with Ambit.
Okay.
Yeah, right, okay, yeah. And that's one of the, if you watch, it's one of the alternative ways for real estate investors to make money. We had a presentation on it last month. You can watch our video. Basically, there's a lot of different ways that real estate investors can add to their income. Ambit, ACN, companies like that are some of the.
Not to speak.
Yeah, I would be interested in coming down doing a presentation for your group. Soon as we get through this COVID stuff, we're in the midst of getting our shots and so forth. So probably in a month or two, I'd like to come down and talk with the group, get introduced to them.
All right. Yeah. We're doing them live as you see. We got actually a lot of people here tonight comparatively. There's some guys off camera you can't quite see, but definitely we can definitely set you up and just go ahead and unmute yourself. Unmute yourself if you have anything to say. I don't want to roll it from this end and mess you up. So anyway, like I say, our speaker did cancel. So tonight was going to be all about security cameras on your property. Really exciting topic. No, we try to bring a speaker out every month. If you guys have any speaker suggestions or topics you want to see, let us know. We try to do ways so we can enhance your business.
Or if you guys want to talk about your company or how you could help us or anything like that, I'm interested.
If you've got deals you're looking for, deals you've got, or new listings or clients that are hunting for stuff, which what client isn't nowadays because there's nothing on the market.
Anyone have a wholesale deal right now they want to sell? Chris, you still got that house?
Yeah.
Tell them. There's people here with money. You got cash buyers, you know?
I mean, 10 a.m. I have a viewing.
What?
10 a.m. I can have a viewing. 10 to 11.
No, tell about the property.
Property.
Yeah.
Nobody here knows anything about the house. You gotta present it, man.
You gotta pitch it, sell it.
It's a duplex in Wanami. It says like a Nanticoke address. I originally had it for like 55K asking price. The ARVs, I don't know what you say, like right around 90, something like that. It's hard over there to run those comps in that area because you got so close to the to Glen Line.
Duplex up and down, Up and down?
Side by side.
so a double block.
Yeah, double block.
Separate utilities?
Yeah.
The utilities are in the house?
Yep.
Everything's running or?
It's kind of weird. I was talking to the owner earlier. He has 2 oil furnaces and a coal burner that's running right now.
Okay.
There was a guy, he was doing renovations on it, a renter owner, but like unfortunately he passed away doing the renovations. He was a contractor. So
It looked like they made it, it looked like it was a single family home. They just
Yeah.
made it to like a, decided to just, whatever, because the guy now took down the wall and hasn't, so the 2 kitchens, he opened it up. He was gonna make it a single family home. It still has the 2 doors.
yeah, if you're interested, I could send you all the pictures and stuff.
Yeah, leave your contact information with Alan. Maybe we have somebody for that.
No problem.
Lower ceilings, but you know what? The outside is pretty nice.
Mhm.
I would say it probably needs maybe around 20, a little less of work. Big backyard, nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I don't know how familiar I was at neck of the woods, but Glen Lyon is very often a bridge too far from somebody. It's
Yeah.
like miles of chickens before you get there, or that big a town. Wanami is just this side of town.
Yep.
It's basically South Nanticoke. So it's still in an okay, like you kind of feel like you're somewhere normal before you fall off the edge of the earth.
If you're in Nanticoke, you're not quite normal.
Well, yeah. And see, I love Glen Lyon to death. I've done a lot of deals down there, but Wanami is almost, it's really part of Nanticoke, plus or minus. So, you know, it's definitely a very saleable location, definitely pretty easy. You know.
Nice little section there on the left side going down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nice little section.
I haven't been to the house Mike has, but I know it's that Newport Township-ish, that little thing
Yeah, I
there.
thought I actually went down the wrong street when I went to go look at it. I saw this big house. I go, oh man, this is nothing on $50,000. You know, it was like a 4,000 square foot house, and it came around. Yeah, it was there. It was all right. It's clean. The outside's clean. Just needs the, the guy started work, died, and now needs to finish.
And as you guys know, this crazy market, I had one on a listing on 228 State Street, Nanticoke. 2 bedrooms each side, looked like 2 houses that were connected by this little land bridge thing. Mike and I walked it over the summer. We're like, yeah, for the flip, we'll give you like 15 grand. It sold for $48,000. Some things worked, like she was living there, but I don't quite understand how. So, for something that actually is functional in the 50s, Anybody else? Got anything? You guys got anything? And definitely, this is the meeting. Like, bring your deals, bring your cards, bring your stuff. Don't be afraid to pitch. What and who you are. Anybody else got deals there? Moving, looking for.
Anybody got a dog kennel for sale?
What, actually?
He's looking for one, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Breeding dog kennel. I'm actively looking. Like I saw a couple places today.
Yeah, we know it's a veterinary clinic plus a single family house in the Poconos, but.
He lives in Stroudsburg.
Yeah.
There was
It's just a vet. I'm sorry.
that place out on Dorrance up itself, like 40 acres.
I don't know if that's.
Is that an
Look that up. I don't know. They might have taken that off. I mean, they might.
We were talking about that actually.
We're really close to this
Yeah.
one, so.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
We'll exchange, I can have a couple.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was driving down, I don't know if it's still there, I was driving down 115, almost to past the Tudor Inn, you get to that whole long stretch of 480, and there was what used to be a vet clinic off to the left. I don't know, I mean, nothing's been dead for 10 years, so I don't get down there much, but, you know, I'll look up the owner on that.
Okay.
No,
I'm a
this
family
was,
of
this was a
six.
functioning
I got
kennel,
4 kids,
and the
so-
lady, they just packed that up and for
Yeah.
some reason stopped.
Some of these places are only 3, 4 bedroom.
Family of 6, okay,
Yeah, kids are 12 and under.
okay,
They all want their own room.
okay, I understand.
Well, even 5 bedroom is fine too. I mean, 4, it depends. We can make another one better. It depends.
What are you looking to spend?
If I'm in the dog house, I need 6 bedrooms. It depends.
What's the price range?
We're looking 4 to 6. Right now, we're looking at 600,000 up there.
That would
That
would work.
Maybe,
Does Weatherly
maybe
work for
5.
Weatherly?
I'm sorry?
Weatherly.
Weatherly?
I don't know what that is.
He doesn't know what it
That's
is.
out past Whitehaven?
So it's more up this is more up this way too.
Up this way?
Yeah.
So it'll be probably what, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes off of 80?
Yeah.
About 10,
It's
15
just
minutes.
north of 80.
Real close to the Whitehaven exit, 437 exit.
That's the Pocono one you guys talk about?
No, that's a different one. It just came to my mind. It's a large house.
Is zone for kennels? Well, that's our concern. We need like an agricultural retail type of license. We've been calling zoning places and getting some help. And some even we had a zoning guy said that he would actually make it. The breeding is fine. He also would make it a zone for boarding. So yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty
good.
sure we can help you though. I have
Yeah,
a few
there's
things
2 or
that
3 things.
exchange with Alan.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
pretty sure
Like
we-
I said,
we
we
have-
started looking Monday, so
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if you could shake something loose from Dorrance, but Dorrance would be amicable
Yeah.
to what he wants to do.
Definitely, yeah, I know the doctor, yeah.
awesome.
Or even just something else in Dorrance, a house with 20, there's plenty of them out there.
I don't know if you want to be this high up, do you?
Don't know that any are for sale.
Right.
You don't care where you're at.
Yeah.
Now,
even
play
just
it.
without
Now, play it at a school
multi-units,
district.
We have
Man,
single
it's
family, anything under, 50, under 60, we have some people interested. So I know a couple wholesalers out there, even if you have come across single families, I'm all ears.
You guys are okay working the hybrid game? Take it, working with the wholesaler and on-market client, you guys are okay with that? Okay.
Perfect.
Figure anything out.
If Rob can ring the cash register, he's all right.
All right.
No, because we're
I know, I never turned it away, but I was returned the,
that's good.
I every time I can't deal with a wholesaler. I said, why can't you? There's always a way to make it work.
Always.
And what do you guys look for? Single family?
Really anything, we have a large buyer list that's
Yeah.
single family just came up today. There's some people that are like, hey, the multi aren't really working out for me now. I'm looking for singles under 55.
Mm-hmm.
So
What kind of ARV?
Portfolios for sale too.
yeah,
All of our clients that I've sold houses to throughout the years, I contacted everyone when this market changed. So if anyone's looking for large portfolios, we have them. Yeah, and they're ready to go.
So Sammy, I fires up about the rules.
Yep, large stuff like.
I got a call from a lady last week. She's like,
either one.
I want to buy one of your 6 years. I'm like, all right, well, what's your funding? She's like, I got 4.2 in one account, 7.4 in another. I'm like,
Yeah, open.
that will only come out when you're talking a certain level of numbers.
Yeah.
She's got improved funds. I'm like,
I have something that adds up to 3.6. We might be able to help her.
yeah, I mean, she's
Yeah,
like,
let's talk.
she's ready.
Yeah, I have you in my cell. We'll talk this week.
Yeah. She's, and what's weird is, I said, if you thought about private lending, thought about this, like,
That's how
oh,
they
we
make
already
money.
run a little investment firm.
That's how they make money.
So like everything.
crazy.
we already run
Just a
little.
couple of talks like
Like,
this,
okay,
and
you're the one I'm like.
they'll go find me a deal
Doesn't
now.
matter.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's how it just, like, it's kind of like this
Trying to
barn,
find
but
the research.
it's good when we have a
this morning
talker,
from Berkshire.
because last time we were here,
Seriously.
so the guy would talk.
Basically,
This is good too, that we talk about.
came out this morning that Zillow and Open Door losing their shirts right now. They're through the roof in value, but as operations, they're not doing something. They're sort of evaluating. I'm sure you guys got the same blurb about it. And it's just interesting, these companies that everyone relies on, we're 23 years past, the launch of the dot-com era, and some of these companies still can't figure it out. And I think part of the reason they can't figure it out is they're getting squeezed the same way we are. People say, oh, well, you list my house for 0.5%? You know, that's why they're buying, that's why they're acquiring into these new markets. So it really leaves it open for a hybrid between listing, you know, realtors and wholesalers. So if you got deals, bring them on. People in this room can make them happen.
Do you look for total flips? Like,
What's that?
you look for like a disaster, a mess? You know, we come across
Across the
all,
board, really. You have people that,
we sell condemned homes.
yeah,
Just,
you love them.
okay. I just want to know because, you know, I have a buyer's list. I call everybody. We actually do a 1-day sale and we sell them that day. 4 list,
That's it, okay.
you know, all day long.
Little pass-through card.
You know, what we do is I have a Matterport, so I do the Matterport tour, I give them pictures, and I send it to everybody, you know? Mike, I'll take that now. Okay. You know, gone that day.
Specialize in a certain area? Like, is it just
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
Yeah, I don't care. You know, but right now we're doing Luzerne, Lackawanna. It's like the main.
Yeah.
Lately, we've been picking them up in Nanticoke all day.
We get a good 2 or 3 down there.
But-
we're going to hit that Scranton listing maybe Monday or Tuesday when we get it cleaned up.
But yeah, I mean, they're buying these homes. I mean,
Did Jeff get back to you or no?
Yeah, he sent me, yeah, it's actually his list, it's actually his whatever. So I appreciate the, I'm gonna get into that one next.
but we're just shocked what people are buying.
Oh, they're buying everything on every level.
It's crazy.
Doesn't take much skill.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I'll tell you what.
I almost feel like
where
every-
they're failing with skill is that people don't understand how to handle a multiple offer situation and how to drive a price through the
Yeah,
roof.
no, that's,
Right now, the
and
selling
we
side-
talked about that. And there's a lot of realtors up here who a lot of people consider to be good realtors.
Well, that's why I'm getting all the people. They want to be trained
they
on how to
should.
handle those situations.
that's important.
It's intense. We've never seen it in this area before.
You know, yeah.
So this is intense.
Yeah, because I've only been in real estate in this market as a realtor for 4 or 5 years. And Bob Vance is like, maybe a dozen years ago we saw it, but
Not
that
like
was
this.
even a maybe, even at
Not
that
like
level.
this. This is insane.
Yeah, and it will be for a while.
This is, you know, this is gonna break. We're getting close to overvalued.
So I think it'll keep going just because there's so many people that want to move but nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So they're not
Yeah.
going, they're still scared. So they're not going. So
Until
this'll
New York
just
and
drag
Philadelphia
on.
runs out of money, it ain't gonna.
They're coming here.
Yeah.
So we'll be last.
Yeah.
The rest of the country will crash and we'll be fine. So you got to do what you have to do here in the meantime.
Well, that's
Do
just,
you predict, like some people do, that it's gonna invert in about 6, 9, 12 months, that we're all of a sudden everyone's gonna be upside down, you know?
Oh, they'll be up.
They'll be up.
They bought this gun for
But-
I think it'll be a little
45,000.
longer than that.
I believe, yeah.
But if you've got the money, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can be, you know, if your goal was to get out of Manhattan or out of Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
and you're
Well,
out.
everybody's going to be
It
upside
really,
down.
it really depends on how they leverage themselves.
Yeah.
Right? So if they only put the minimum down and they go to refinance in 5
Yeah,
years,
but
they're not gonna be able
I
to.
mean, you could be, you know, the price of your home can drop, but if you're employed and you have money, I mean, it's.
As long as you want to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It only
payments.
hurts when you're ready to sell.
Yeah.
So if something happens and they lose that job, that's when it matters.
Yeah, that's when you'll see the issue.
But New Yorkers coming up now, they'll pay, you know, they'll sell their, what, 2,000 square foot home for $1 million in New York. And then
They're
they,
coming with cash.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cash here. Lot more cash than there's ever been.
just the taxes alone, they save. So,
just in Stroudsburg alone.
Stroudsburg's
I
expensive,
see
too.
New York plates everywhere now. I mean, we go to the grocery stores or whatever, and
you see that
could-
here too
And you
now.
could see the New York attitude too. You know what I mean? I mean, it's coming up here and it's here.
Oh, it's here. It's
Yeah,
here.
but Stroudsburg is just everybody.
Yeah, it's here.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm a New Yorker, so.
No, I'm from New York too. So.
Okay.
You know.
We gotta calm down.
Attorney was nickel and diming every line of the contract, he called me up, he's like, I almost don't care what my attorney says, just get this done. I said, dude, you get your attorney to release it and then I'll get it done. I said, I'm not stepping in that swimming pool. He's like, but it's taking so long. I said, that's you and your attorney. You call me when you're good.
Yeah. The best is when they come in from out of state and they have their attorney that takes their pen and writes all over our state agreement, which is pre-drawn.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? This thing is perfect. What are you touching it for? Just change the blanks. Add to the blanks.
Yeah.
You know?
If you want it, find the signature
They're
line.
changing verbiage in a
Yeah.
stated.
Yeah, that's.
Argue with the state on that one. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, call them.
Yeah. It wasn't one you typed up at 6 o'clock. this
Yeah,
morning.
really. Yeah, I didn't write it. It actually made sense before you touched it.
I don't know. I'm thinking another question. So should I get my real estate license? You're all three real estate agents. Am I going to hurt myself as an investor?
Depends who's training you.
So
I'll tell you what, I was an investor for 22 years, and that's why I say this.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, and you can justify this. So it's a big deal from where you're at as an investor, because I was.
Yeah.
To what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Very big deal, very big difference, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
There's rules.
yes.
There's
So
rules. So here, stay here. If you're comfortable, when you go here, the world changes out.
Your marketing totally takes a different turn.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
have to watch all your wording.
I mean, I'm from New York. I'm a New Yorker, right?
Mhm.
I'm very aggressive. So me and Steve do a lot of stuff together, right? So we partner up a lot of stuff. And as soon as I start talking, he's like, "Oh, no, I got to leave the room. Hold on a second. You can't do that." You know? "Oh, no, you better leave the room."
He's on everything he doesn't
Yeah.
need to hear.
I go, "Leave the room because I'm going to make the deal happen." Okay?
And that's what I mean. Because
Yeah.
That ends.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. And
But
so
what
is he.
I'm
So
saying on who trains you.
yeah, I just, you know what, I took the course on real estate.
On how to deal with that.
I took the course on real estate. I'm just taking the hours and,
Yeah.
you know, he teach anything I ask, I ask him, "Hey, Steve, can I,
I mean, the biggest thing that.
It's the ethics
The
is-
biggest thing for me is been the disclosure. But if I'm buying a house myself, I still have to say, "Hi, I'm a realtor. I'm not doing realtor today, but I'm still a realtor." And just so you know, now let's move on to the back.
Yeah, I hate when
I'm
yeah.
stealing your house, but I'm a realtor.
Yeah, so when he comes in, I'm like, "Oh, he's got to say this speech now. How you doing? I'm so-and-so. Here's my license." Oh, man. Because the lady just told me, "I ain't dealing with realtors." "Hi, I'm Steve Franco. I'm a realtor, blah, 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 blah. But not today." You know, I'm like, "Oh, you really got to come in that way, huh?" Yeah. Well, he yells at me all the time. "Don't ever say that in front of me again." Okay.
Or when the state inspector comes in.
Yeah.
That's not a conversation you want to be having.
Yeah. No, you're ethical. I mean, you do it right.
Did you say this? Well, not exactly. Well, too close.
So should I get it or shouldn't I? I'm trying to feel it out. I know what he says to me,
It's a tough market right now to get one.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of realtors drop out of.
Well, I figure that's what's going to happen. They're right now, anybody could sell.
But it's.
I
you
put
know
a house
what?
up
You
and
know
I
what?
sell.
It's not even that, because there's no listings. So when there's no listings, so think about this, new guy coming in.
Of course.
Not really, maybe you have 10 buyers, you think you're on top of the world with 10 buyers, no sellers.
Yeah.
Which means we know you're dead in the water shortly.
Absolutely.
There's one listing pops up, 60 showings, one guy gets it.
Yep.
Do you want to be one in that number?
No.
So it's really not, I don't think it's a great time to get a license right now.
Yeah.
And there's a
I
lot
don't think
of,
this is put up in the market when it dips. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, me
I'm
personally,
excited for that, too.
I'm a great
I'm good when it's slow.
Yeah.
I love hitting the trenches.
and I like marketing. Like I said, I have the Matterport.
When you have to work for it.
I bought the
like
Matterport for myself. I got real estate. "Hey, can you do that for me?" No, I don't want to do it for you. I bought it for myself.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do? Well, this is for my rental properties. It's for my fix and flips, and that matters because people like when I send that stuff to investors, they're into it. But I just wanted to know if I should get it or not. So
it probably can help, but I just don't know if. it'll
Well,
do
that's
much
what-
for you right
yeah,
now.
but you know what? My partner is a realtor.
And
So
he's one, yeah.
so what I mean? We could be good guy, bad guy, I guess. I don't know. I just want to get another opinion besides Steve's,
Who's Will Ferrell?
Who's what?
Who's Will Ferrell? Who's got bad guys?
All depends on the situation. Usually I'm bad news bear and he's all happy boy.
Yeah. Because Steve comes in, "You can't do that." It's too late. I bought it. No.
Well, and I'm still noticing with a few places, because if it's a house I want, I always go personally. I go in of course the story used to be in 6 months I could sell it. Now it's in 6 days I can sell it. But hey, listen, I can put it on the market. It's a crapshoot. You might get 50. Or, well, what can I get today? Well, I give you 25 today. But it's like not as many. A lot of people still grabbing that quick money. With whatever, Anaco. On State Street, we said, well, here's a quick investor money. We want to list it. But another guy, can probably get you 25, 30. Well, no, wait, what can you do today? You know, what can you personally register?
8,000.
If you want the bad news,
8,000.
you know,
It's crazy.
Go.
And they're like, okay.
and
Jump on
for
it.
some people, you know, this is two relatively comfortable people in Georgia and Florida are the estate holders. Does 8 versus 12 really matter to them? You know, 4,000 miles away and then waiting 6 months? 8 versus 10, 8 versus 15.
Take it and run.
Yeah.
Okay. They're just like, get me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll still happen, but I still think this, you know, you might get this. Do you want this or do you want what's behind door number 2?
Could take 6 months, could take whatever.
And it might not be there.
Yeah.
You know,
And then we sell it in one day and, you know, I feel kind of bad.
I got buyers, you guys probably do too. I got buyers who haven't been able to buy anything in 18 months because nothing fits their math anymore.
The math is tough.
Yeah.
When can I make money again?
But a lot of guys also don't know how to run their numbers.
Yeah.
So I see that a lot now too.
Mm-hmm.
So
16 caps dropped down to 11 really quick.
yeah.
Right? We don't have anything. Everything's about a 12. Right?
Maybe 2 years.
114.
You could make a 2-year.
Yeah, but
plan
still,
and get
that's-
back there, but it's nothing turnkey anymore.
Yeah, but to a New Yorker, that's great. That's what they're getting in New York, California, Texas. So those big guys that are coming here,
7.6.
not even, not even.
I'm here in New York, it's 2-3.
Yeah.
For most of the New Yorkers I talk to.
The higher the price, the lower the cap.
Yeah. They're working on it. That's all they're working on, you know.
Now,
Mhm.
you know, it was funny, I had this a couple of years ago, and I haven't seen those 4-hour free seminar craps as often. Maybe that's just the way, maybe you've seen a couple pops before, but maybe that's the market. But I went to a Fortune Builders 4-hour seminar, and they were like, yeah, you know, rent is this, you know, taxes, insurance. Oh, look, you make $1,800 a month. I said, what about maintenance, vacancy management? You, out of the room. We don't want to talk to you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But I don't see those 4-hour free programs anymore. They all seem to have gone quiet. Is that what happens in these kinds of markets? They just kind of
Well,
hide?
everybody's quiet because everybody's making money.
Mhm.
When people are making, when you feed the kids, they stop screaming, right? Everybody's eating right now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's going on. They'll be back.
So for you wholesalers, it is time to bring us deals. Email us, get us whatever leads you got.
Yep.
Mike will help you process them. Everybody in the room will help you process them. We'll get them out the other side.
Yeah, like Chris, when you come, because you get deals, you know what I mean? You should always bring paperwork with you.
Yeah.
You know, all ours are sold and we got a few coming up, but I'm not going to tell you about them yet until I
Put them
get them
out
under
here.
contract, you know? But yeah, because you
can go
probably,
on the site,
you could have sold it tonight.
RECN, profile, group.
You could have sold that tonight.
The advantage of RECN over Facebook, and we're way out with we're an empty house. But two advantages. One is it's all about real estate investment, all about people. Two is for a guy like you with a big background, you can set up a page, you can set up a profile that's free for anyone to see it. But if you got stuff you want to charge admissions for, if you want to charge $5, $10, $15 a month for whatever knowledge base that is, you can set up a page for it. You can limit the access to certain things. But the biggest thing is that this, you know, that's what we set this up for. Bring your deals, put them on the marketplace. That way people in this room, people in the other groups in the area can come to this and see a deal. We don't have to go look at Craigslist. We don't have to look at Zillow and hope for the best. MLS obviously a whole different category, but for the off-market stuff, you know, it can be brought here. That's the reason Mike and I built it, because we realized it was something we wanted. Yeah, we wanted a place we didn't have to go to Craigslist. We didn't have to whatever.
We made another one and it was tough for people to use. So that's why we kind of got this developer and just copy Facebook. Who does not use Facebook? So it's the same way. You can message people, you can friend people, the markup, everything is theirs, but it's ours. You know, and it's for real estate investors. It's not the, you know, put that it's your birthday and, you know, but, you know, we'll watch it. And as it grows, it grows. So we have a guy that's, he's about 9,000 members if he gets them on, right?
So I can't put my Biden rants on there?
No.
No politics.
That's a lot.
No. I haven't been on my.
I'm unregistering and unfriending.
I pop on, answer a couple questions, duck out, I'm like, I'm done. The other one that's taking forever because we're doing this on my cell phone is REI Post. This is really for the wholesalers in the room. You can set up a free online store at REI Post by ad site, and it's whatever you have to sell. You sell private lending, you sell houses, you sell construction materials, you sell construction services. Well, gee, where can I find your stuff online? You give them an online store. It's a little less for realtors because we got the MLS, we don't really need it. But for the hybrid stuff you guys do, there might be a place, to do that stuff.
So what it's like a Craigslist, but for real estate investors. That was the whole thing behind there. So once again, it'll almost be like our marketplace on the RECN. We came up with this one first, but share it from Facebook to whoever they wanted to add it to. Did Chris ever come on there, Steve, or no?
I don't think he's ever done one, but like you see the category. I mean, we just made up the categories on, so we threw up every category we could think of here. And if you've got, let's say you've got a product in every darn category, well, that product can show up in the very empty store that I run because I don't bother filling it with anything.
Go to We Buy an APA Homes. I have 5 in there.
Oh, there you are. So you might have some lending, you might have some training. Do you run a real estate training course? A real estate, like to teach people real estate?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you run?
We have our private, we
Your real
train
private
our
group?
realtors, yeah. We
Okay,
train our
alright,
realtors.
okay.
We don't have a site for that in particular.
Oh, so you don't have like Larry O'Brien going out there.
Oh,
trying to
no,
get people
no,
in and
I
all
don't
that.
have time for
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Well, because earlier you were saying it depends who teaches you. Are you looking to get students? Is that?
I train realtors and I hire them.
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah, no, yeah.
I train top producers, that's what I do.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so they already have to have their license.
Well, we
Or
have
at least
people
be
that
on
are
the
in
road.
school right now.
You have to be on the road
We have
for it,
people in
right?
school right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. I train realtors.
Well, that's-
And Alan does as
You
well.
take them fresh out and you bring them where they need to be. Okay.
Or
Well, he
experience
brings them
ones.
where he wants them to be, not where
right.
they need
Right.
to
That's good.
Yeah, yeah, we've jump-started quite a few careers lately that have been dead for
And actually,
years.
that's what we're doing in wholesaling. We're building a wholesale team.
Yeah.
We're teaching people how to wholesale and
And the
You
most
know, take
important
it to-
thing for the wholesalers to know is talk to a lawyer. Know what you can and can't do. I had a kid, gosh, maybe going on 2 years ago now, he came to our group, I told him to get the living out. And then a couple of years later, maybe a year or so later, this constable called Bob Vanson looking for him. And Bob's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, kid called me as a witness on his behalf. And I actually ended up talking to Lackawanna County PA. I said, look, I think you're a witness, but not on his behalf. This kid did everything wrong someone could do. No contract, no deposit, put deposit money from buyer in his pocket. Signed, the seller had dementia. Signed the contract with the seller.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, can you stand up and tell him? I said, no. First of all, I'm not a lawyer, can't tell him this. Can you tell him wholesaling is legal? No. Second of all, even if I could, no. Know where the line is as to what you can do as a wholesaler and what you can't do, and how you do it. Know what is dealing real estate without a license, which was the smallest charge they got. Apparently, that's a very minor charge. They got him on impersonating a state officer, really, because he wasn't clear about who he was. So talk to you can do stuff. And I talked to the Lackawanna County DA. She's like, we don't know who. Is it straight up? Is wholesaling legal? Talking to the horse's mouth. Is it legal? She's like, we're not sure. We don't see the illegal part. She's like, we wouldn't be here if he didn't do all these totally obvious, like horrible, nasty things. We wouldn't care. She's like, but he didn't have a good contract. He didn't have this, he didn't have that. So know when you're working in the wholesale world, what's okay. You can't do. I had one fiver before I was even a realtor. This attorney called me, blah blah blah. Can you wholesale this bankruptcy house for me? Well, we put some ads together and see what happens. His partner calls me up. He's like, why the hell are you wholesaling this property? We don't have a contract with you. I said, well, actually, here, you kind of do. He's like, oh, my partner didn't tell me what was going on. So make sure you talk to your lawyer and you do it the right way. Because there are things that you can do, and there are things that you can become. And there are things you can do to work with guys like Robert and me, and there are things you can do that are gonna make the broker get upset. And know where that, know what that is, basically. But right now, you bring us leads, we probably won't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the online store that we set up for that.
Can you advertise rental property through the online store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely any category whatsoever.
And then what? You can get a link and put it and direct them right to the store?
Like when I have rentals, I put them up here because it has a share to Facebook, a share to Instagram, a share to blah, 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 blah. And then what I'll do is in my Craigslist ad or my Facebook Marketplace ad or wherever, I'll give them a link to my store. And this is one of the things on my store. Because I might have 3 or 4 rentals. I put an ad up for a 3-bedroom in Kingston and I got 3 3-bedrooms. Well, they come to my storefront and they'll see everything I have.
Now, one time you had about 50 rentals.
Yeah.
At the time, I deleted them all.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, the whole purpose is that whatever you have, now you sign up for an account, you then will sign up separately for, you then will tell it, gee, I also want a storefront. And you can decorate whatever. But the whole purpose is that if you're running that Facebook Marketplace app, you can say, hey, come see, come here. And the beautiful thing about this, and I even use it on a few MLS listings, because we can put file types up here that we can't on the page, on the Plex. So it'll say, for more information, click here, it'll take them over to this, where I can have the 3D tours, I can have the links to spreadsheets, I can have some things that aren't quite as easily done in the listing. So I kind of externalize some things, or for whatever, like I got this one client, we were listing, a really strange idea. Sell my 50 properties, but only list 8 of them at a time. So the 8 would point, so there'd be a link in the privates that would point over my storefront here. So I would get exposure for everything. And I talked about like, can I do these like functional stuff? But I use that for this because he did a compensation agreement on the 50, but he wouldn't do listing agreements on the 50. He had this idea that he was competing with himself. Now I think we finally got him around that corner, but basically I was using it for that because I could show more than I could show within that other universe. I tried just showing a spreadsheet. So you can use this as sort of an additional leg in your operation, or if you've got other things, you might be an investor with another 100,000 or 200,000 that you're doing private lending. Use that. All Mike and I are trying to do is bring tools to the marketplace that we think, and this is not our meetings are not about selling our tools. This is all free. We're not selling it. But it's about, these are things we need. I needed before I was a realtor a way to not be on Craigslist. That's what this is for. So yeah, bring your rentals on. That might do a 3D tour for them.
Oh. Melvin, you have any questions or? I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm just asking if you have anything,
I'm sure I will.
Okay.
Once I go home and digest everything.
Okay.
I do have a guy though.
A guy?
I do have a guy.
Don't tell them. Go ahead.
In Nanticoke who has like multiple multiplexes, got in a pinch, needed to sell them. This was 2 years ago, and I just reached out to him now because I thought about him.
And what happened? He didn't answer?
I'm going to call him on the way home.
That's when you call me.
He's got kids and stuff, so
we can, right now, anybody in this room can eat that. We can have them.
Yeah, but you call your brother-in-law first.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. There's ain't no way. There'll be no Christmas for him.
No. Well, I mean, this 228 State Street, I did this listing of this house that Mike and I walked out literally covered in sleep over the summer. And
The worst.
frenzy when
The
I
worst.
slapped it on the MLS was like, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen it like.
And we took a tour. There's some of our guys were there the other day. He was there. Mike was there. That house is horrible, right? The second one we went to?
Yeah, definitely.
Cat pee, fleas. She's like, I already gutted it for you. Gutted it for her. She took the ceiling down. I mean, you look right up, you see the roof. Like,
I actually had the city inspector from
she's
Amazon.
like, you got to give me more money. I gutted it. Oh, okay. I said, there's no way. But 2 houses on one deed, or
Yeah, it's 2 houses, one deed, and when Jack, the inspector, showed up, yeah, I forgot Nanticoke had a pre-sales inspection. I'm there.
and that was expensive.
Yeah, I'm there doing the last walkthrough, and Jack happens to drive by. He's like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" And I opened the door, and he's like, "I'm not going in." He's like, "I can smell it from here. I'm not going to that house." So I was like, "Wrote a $200 check right on the porch. Here you go." Yeah, you got your thing. I mean, but in 36 hours, it went from offers of 20 to offers of 46. You get a seller's phone number, it turns into money.
Yeah. So we couldn't wholesale. There was no way. We thought, there was no way. So finally says, listen, can I put it online? I mean, with the realtor? I said, yeah, I'll hook you up. My partner's a realtor. So we don't lose deals, but no, I thought that house went for 48. But yeah, so it was crazy.
It's one of those, thank God for minimum commission deals.
Yeah, we made, as wholesales, we made really no money. What did we make? A couple dollars?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, well, minimum commission, I'm gonna get like 9 or something.
Yeah, it doesn't.
900, something like that. But, at the end of the day, the lady went from, she was moving out of town. She's like, I'm leaving.
We almost gave her 35. We wanted to be around 30, 35, but she owed 35 or 34.
Yeah, she was sitting a little bit upside down, and she's like, I guess I'll reach into my pocket if I have to. So now's the time. If your dude will sell, if your dude wants out, we can get out. Biggest thing to talk to your investors about is after they sell, if they're going to end up with cash, which many of them won't, what do they do to protect capital gains? And that's one of the topics for next month's meeting. It's talking about, we have somebody coming in talking about whether it be federal opportunity zone, whether it be 1031, whether it be, other types of strategic ways of limiting their capital gains, because, I had some clients, they sold the Triangle Plaza, where Ollie's, next to where Ollie's is, the one that El Reyes Tech is, the other half of the same property. And they screwed up their 1031. They called me a month before it wrapped up. They're like, what can you do? I was like, okay, here are the 20 things you can buy. Well, we don't like any of those 20. I said, well, then here's an FOZ fund that I think if you invest in, you're probably safe. According to what my accountant told me, according to what the guy from the FOZ fund said, I think you're okay. Oh, we don't like that. I said, well, then even John Rogers said to me last week, he's like, they really bleeped that up, did you? They really bleeped that up, yeah, they did. So it's good to work with your sellers to try to figure out where it's all about fixing. Same as we do. It's all about fixing their problem. And part of their problem might be that they don't know what happened with that. They don't know the IRS is going to take 30% of the money, or whatever their situation is, bracket is, whatever. So you can't teach them anything. You can throw out a few words and say, go talk to your advisor. They have to think about it. I'm selling a couple of mine now, because it's a stupid time not to sell. And even though mortgage versus sale price isn't a lot, basis, what I actually have invested in the property versus sale price is good. So I said to my account, I'm not going to make that much. She's like, well, on paper you are. I was like, on paper you're pretty much screwed. She's like, you got to think about X, Y, Z. Like, yeah, you're a little bit over leveraged on the property, but your actual basis is down here.
I was going back and forth with Tanya for a week. I mean, she gave me sticker shock. She goes, you're going to owe taxes this year, Bob. And the first number she gave me, I thought I was going to have to get up off the floor. We've got it down to a manageable number where if I get some of Biden's money, which I was going to send back to him, and now I'm going to send it back to him anyhow. But I went and I looked when I was in the workforce. I made a lot of money and I paid a lot of taxes. So on my wife's check, she's worked for the government forever. I looked at her. I said, Jill, let me see your pay stub. And she's making like 65 grand now. In her check, her federal taxes was $17. I said, well, here's our problem.
Yeah.
All right, you can't have a check for for $2,600 and have $17 taken out in federal tax.
Right. And a lot of people did that. My mom was always like liability paranoid, so the time I was here, I was told to put down the zero, which is like take out as much federal tax, you rather get the refund. A lot of people do the opposite. And then at the end of the year, I think, I know, but yeah. And those kinds of things. Now, I've been learning self-storage. We actually had 2 deals fall apart. We haven't pulled the trigger yet. But on that, like we were going to do the old Montage Meats building in Scranton, and the reno on that, and we looked at it. And we're like, oh crap! There's 30 years appreciation on this, 20 years appreciation on that. Well, there is something called cost segregation. I think it is. You might probably know it, where you can hire a forensic accountant to look at how much did the screws cost. The screws can be depreciated in year 1. Plywood is a 5-year depreciation. Like it can get that stupid. On a house flip, probably no big deal. On 50 house flips, it might matter. On a on a normal flip, no big deal. Doing 135,000 square feet, yeah, the cost of the screws matter. So it's always good to have the right advisor. And I have one of my clients who we were going to sell, and there was a seller assist, and their accountant insisted the seller assist is taxable. And I was like, guys, I don't know how to answer stupid. My accountant says you're wrong. 3 of your 4 accountants say he's wrong. I don't know how to answer that. It's good. It's got to have the right advisor. So when I tell you wholesale, get a lawyer that has a clue, and get a lawyer that understands what you do. You will hear from some lawyers that what you do is illegal. Make sure you work with a lawyer that understands it enough to know what it really is. Because they might be saying it's illegal because it is, or they might be saying it's illegal because they don't know. Like this accountant, not believing the seller assist is not taxable. It's a deduction. So make sure you work with the right people. And make sure you get an LLC. I'm pointing with an LLC. I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of. Any other questions? Any other? Robert, anything you want to throw in?
No, I don't have anything right now.
But that's what we try to do every month. We just try to. We usually have a speaker. I stand up here when I have to. We try to bring things that are of interest. If you ever want to present on something, you guys are certainly welcome. If you've got investors that you think might benefit from being here live or on Zoom, Don will certainly put you on a future month. We have got another guy coming. What's that lady coming?
Oh, Lisa from 50 Finance.
To do a little spiel on what because I think she's up for next month, right?
Yeah, she's doing like business credit financing and just financing in general for how to buy properties sooner, how to build up your credit, without taking a hit, things like that. So.
Yeah, and we try with the speakers. Yes, they're all here to make money. They're all here to pitch a game. But it's like, okay, don't just tell me what you do for business credit. Explain what business credit is. Give people a picture of the world around. I don't want you here just showing your crap.
Yeah, they have to give us something free out of it, to educate us a little bit. And hey, if you want me to teach you, this is what I do on the side. Do that. I think that is more like Fund and Grow, right? Did I say?
Yeah, in a way they are, but I did mention that to them, and they're totally fine with that. Like they just didn't understand initially when I was talking.
Yeah,
they're on the same page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my portfolio sounds like a similar company last year. You give them some money, they set up your business credit, you get a bunch of business credit cards.
Interest free for 9 months, 10 months. Here's $100,000 of, that you could use to go buy properties, interest free on these credit cards.
Or go to the casino.
Yeah, I could do whatever. My wife's got one of them.
Right now, Uncle Biden is the best source for that. I'm getting my second PPP loan for my rentals. 1% for 30 years. Who cares? I'll just bring it on. I'll take it.
Oh, I don't know if you saw, but Luzerne County got like $8.5 or $9 million. If you've got anybody who's in arrears, you basically have to work with them. Everything's on the county website, and I think CEO is gonna be the people doling out the cash. But I've got one guy, and I've helped him so much. I've been like a life coach. I'm not doing this for him.
Oh, renter assistance?
Yeah, well, yeah, basically they want to get everyone caught up. So I think the actual money that they're in arrears in rent will go right to the landlord. And if they're in arrears with utilities, I think they're gonna pay,
And aren't
they're
they,
gonna reimburse the utilities.
aren't they
directly.
giving $15,000 assistance for
But
first-time
it's
home buyers, or?
It's on LuzerneCounty.org if you got anybody, but you have to work hand in hand, it appears,
Okay.
with the tenant.
Yeah.
Because there's a piece that the landlord has to fill out and a piece the tenant has to fill out.
But with that home buyer one, that 15, was it a credit or?
Well, the Biden first-time homebuyer thing, and I don't know a lot about it because I mostly deal with investors. It's a first-time homebuyer.
Does it have to be a first-time home buyer?
It's a credit on their first-time homebuy purchase, isn't it? Isn't that what they're doing?
I thought it wasn't approved yet. It's still.
Well,
It's supposed to go in this bill that they're passing on Friday. It's supposed to be in there.
It's somewhere in the soup.
Yeah,
Let's
I
face
didn't read it until.
It's somewhere in the $1.9 trillion.
Yeah, but you know what? That's,
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. All it's gonna do is raise the price 15 grand.
yeah, that's, it's only helping
It's not gonna happen
us,
anyway.
you know?
The price of milk is now 400.
Did you bring it up? You already
Yeah. So I guess before we wrap it up, I just want to ask these guys, who do you guys use for title agent?
Title agents?
You recommend anybody?
Uh,
Who do you think is the best?
It's up to you if you want name drop out loud. But
Yeah, I personally, I'm a big fan of Bilbo Abstract, actually.
Perfect.
I think
Okay,
she's
that's who we
actually-
use. We use her.
I think Betty's.
And
the
you get
best.
the entertainment value on top of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think Betty's
Who,
actually
Lynn?
the best title searcher there is
Okay.
around here. But there are some great attorneys. Bob uses one. Those are great attorneys.
Some are slow.
Betty is absolutely
Yeah.
it'll take you a while to get out of her office. But
Yeah.
She'll bake
Yeah.
you cookies.
She does my title searches.
I bought a house at tax sale in Malvern Park. Yeah, this is actually when I bought in Denison Township, and I told her I'd like to
Betty's
get
our
this
lady.
cleaned up.
She's already your
And I knew
lady,
there was a
but
federal lien on it. I didn't know that it took 10 years. And she goes, so what do you want to do with this house? I said, well, I'd like to sell it and pay off my house. And she goes, 8 years. I said, no, next year. She goes, no, 8 years. Yeah, she just kept saying, like for 10 minutes, she's telling me 8 years. I said, okay, Betty, spell it. She goes, IRS lien. She goes, you're going to own that house for 8 years.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah, she's good. She digs it up though, doesn't she? She really is good.
yeah, she's good. The stuff we besides your real estate stuff, the stuff we bring her, she just looks through the plastic. Is this? Yeah, they're coming from New York right now. Mike, I'm telling you now. You know, Steve's not there.
Well, I actually, the State Street closing was supposed to happen like last Monday. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't hear anything about it. So I call her up on Saturday. She's like, I'll drive in and find out when it is. Like, no, Betty, you're not going in on a Saturday. I said, it's not even, I know. I said, it's not
She's
even,
looking
I
to
know.
get out of the house anyway.
He's like, no, I gotta get out. All right, well, that's fine. It's not on me. Yeah. This is one of the other things we're putting together. If you guys have any contractors or investors who might want to use it, this is another thing that came out of what Mike and I want. I want to stop having, mostly me, I want to stop having the damn phone next to my head all winter and wait for that damn 3 a.m. phone call and then hope the two guys that I have can actually get off their butts and not be drunk and show up and do the work. So the idea of this was, hey, let's get a lot of contractors in the system, vet them, blah, 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 check them out, references, whatever, have them agree to prices for emergency services. And then when the landlord wants to sign up, he escrows a few $100. So when the contractor gets in the car, he knows the money's in escrow. When the job is done, vendor sends videos, pictures, whatever, contractor says yay, nay, or fix this. So everybody's protected, everybody's covered. So this will be coming probably May.
And it's just for the landlord that doesn't want to pick up that phone at 2 a.m. or whatever. That's how we started, because we actually know probably a few hundred properties with our friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Probably closer to around 500-600 properties.
And
And nobody has a good handyman. They're hard. I had to we rent one, me and Mike, to one of our good handymen. And he still can't show up. And I go, guy, I know where you live.
I have a guy who's really good. He shows up. He takes all the calls 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, but his attention to detail isn't terrific.
And you see what this is what this, and the good thing about this is it's almost like a DoorDash. So if they're not on, I come home from work, I could work from 9 o'clock at night to 3 in the morning. So then it's only going to call those people that say they're on. you know, so
So like, if your tenant calls with a broken pipe, the call center puts out the message to everybody.
that's available. And the first one that hits it,
Saying, yeah, I'll do a broken pipe for $50.
then it gives them the address. And now these people all been vetted by us, you know, no DUIs.
Well,
That's
my
hard.
guy, all right? Again, I take very few calls. I own the post office building here, all right? They called him, right? And the roof was leaking. So he went, showed up, you know, replaced the tile. I thought he fixed the roof leak. They couldn't get him about a week ago when the weather, we had the snow and Bob, the roof's leaking again. What do you mean it's leaking again? He goes, well, Kevin was here a few weeks ago. He fixed it. I take the ceiling tile out. His fix was there was a bucket up there that is now overflowing.
Give me his number.
I see, we got to kind of wrap up. It's 8:45. Guys want to mingle, pass cards?
Can I ask a quick personal house question? If there's a $500,000 house for sale, if I am interested, how do you know how much to go low to offer without insulting the buyer?
Offer 550.
Yeah.
We'd have to sit down and really make a plan and a strategy.
A lot of variables for that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I mean, it's a good question.
There you go. Call me. We'll come up with a good strategy.
Okay.
You don't have a hard-
There's a lot that goes into it, especially the way I look at it. I'll look you up.
Yeah, I do.
I got somebody that already showing me the house.
No, like I said, a couple months when the decks opened up, you know, when this is open, we got on the deck, had a beer.
If you want to send a quick email right now.
I don't know if I don't know if you can get out this way or if you have to go out.
You can't go out that way.
You can't go out that way. No, but there's a nice big deck.
It's a big deck. In the summertime, we have great.
That's awesome.
No, I know, but this is the general idea.
You said you're a wholesaler too?
Where's Chris at now?
What's that?
Where's Chris at now?
He's either over at our building or he's home.
Oh, very good.
One or the other.
I know he has